In Movies and Money, fans feasted on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever over Thanksgiving, but Disney was disappointing with one of its other films. Erik, Childress is here with a breakdown. Tell us about those holiday box office numbers, Erik.
Disney may have success with Marvel's Wakanda Forever, which is over $675 million worldwide and is headed for an Age of Ultron-like gross of around $450 million domestically. But their animated sci-fi offering for the holiday, Strange World, just did not inspire families to come out. A mere $18 million from Wednesday to Sunday is setting this reported $135 to $180 million production to become one of the biggest bombs of the year, even if it may still become one of the top films of the holiday season gross-wise, a thought that theaters cannot be thrilled about, as it is going to rely on Black Panther, Avatar, and hopefully the Puss in Boots sequel to fill seats in December. Another film that could not fill those seats last weekend was the Korean War aviator film Devotion with Jonathan Majors. Just $9 million over the holiday for the $90 million drama will have Sony hoping to make up some ground with the Whitney Houston biopic I Want to Dance with Somebody and the Tom Hanks comedy A Man Called Otto in late December and early January. And then finally, Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans, which was bumped up to over 600 theaters after 2 weeks of limited release and only grossed another $3 million over the holiday. Now, Universal wasted the release slot on She Said last week, chasing potential awards for a really inferior film, and are going to need to bump up efforts to keep the conversation going on what has been considered one of the Oscar frontrunners this year.
Erik, what happened with the Knives Out sequel, Glass Onion? Netflix gave that film just 1 week on the big screen and then sent it streaming.
Now, Netflix, who is known for not reporting their box office grosses for any of their limited releases, certainly got headlines when their Glass Onion experiment grossed $9.4 million over the weekend and $13.2 million since opening last Wednesday. The catch? It's only in 696 theaters. Now that amounts to a per theater average just over the weekend of $13,505. Now Netflix reportedly had to agree to a 3-week gap between their 1-week theatrical release and its December 23rd launch on their service for theater chains AMC and Regal to even book it. Glass Onion is playing like gangbusters with audiences, and I bet they are wishing they committed to a full theatrical release at this point.
Only one film will be on wide release this weekend, and it's an action film pitting terrorists against Santa Claus. What's the outlook for Violent Night?
Well, the holiday season is not normally the one you release a crazy action film in, and while there have been some violent R-rated successes in the month of December, I think Universal may be setting their expectations pretty low for this one, yet it probably will open in second place this weekend, since what else are you going to see? Now, David Harbour from Stranger Things plays the actual Santa Claus who stumbles onto terrorists trying to rob a wealthy family of $300 million, and then proceeds to take them out one by one, John McClane style. Violent Night was directed by Tommy Wirkola, who did the Dead Snow films involving zombie Nazis, and this looks to be in the vein of the same over-the-top way that last year's Nobody with Bob Odenkirk was. I'm looking forward to it, personally. The theaters are certainly hoping audiences will embrace something new, because it's still another 2 weeks until Avatar takes the #1 spot from Black Panther.
I think I'll take a pass on that one. It's tough to top Die Hard. Thank you very much, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.